What's going on, everyone? In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is how to demand more out of life, how to actually get what you want, and how to get what you're shooting for to actually achieve your goals, or even better than that. So if you want to learn how to do that, then stay right where you are and stick around for the video. So before we get started, if you're new here, be sure to click the subscribe button down below to get more awesome free content from me. And be sure to give this video a like if you find value from it, if it motivates you, if it inspires you, or if it lifts you up in any way. I seriously appreciate every single one of you guys who comments. So let's get into today's topic. So one thing that I see a lot of people, especially beginners, struggling with is not getting what they want, not getting what they're asking for. Now, a lot of people go out there and they have this approach, they have this mindset that, whatever I ask for, it's just gonna come to me, right? It's gonna be given to me. And there actually is a very popular book called Ask and It Is Given. It's actually a book that I've read and a book that I highly, highly recommend. There is a lot of value in this book. However, the title and that whole statement and whole mindset is very misleading. Asking is not enough. Asking is too polite. It's too complacent. You're surrendering your power when you're asking. You're giving up your power when you're the one asking. You're giving the power to the other person. You're giving the power to the other party. And you're putting all the control in somebody else's hands. So the one message that I want to get across to you today is that you are a creator. You are a deliberate creator of the life that you are living right now. Everything that you see around you, your whole life circumstances, those were created by you, okay? Nobody else. When you were a little kid, when you were in high school, when you were in college, maybe you didn't even go to college. So for some of you more than others, that may be a hard pill to swallow. But you need to accept it. You need to accept responsibility. And once you actually do that, once you realize, hey, I created all of this, I am solely responsible for everything that I see around me, for my entire life circumstances, then what you can do is you can accept that and you can say, okay, well, how do I change this? How do I make it better? All right, what actions can I actually take to improve my circumstances if I'm not happy about them? So let's use the example of money. So let's take a look at your bank account, for example. If there's only like $1,000 in your bank account and you're like, I need to be making more money, but I'm poor. Like, I'm a poor person. I've always been poor. I've always been bad with money. If you're telling yourself that you are a poor person and that your circumstances, the circumstances of only having $1,000 in the bank, if you're letting those define you, if you are adopting that as a part of your personality, that's who you will always be. You will always be that person who struggles with money, who is poor, who never has enough. And it's because you're letting those external circumstances, which you created, you're letting those define you. How about someone who's overweight and wants to lose weight? All right, they're telling themselves that they're a fat person, right? They're saying, you know what, I've always been fat. I've always been trying to lose weight. I've always been trying to, eat healthy, eat clean. I've always struggled with losing weight. I've always been a fat person. That's who I am. I am a fat person. That's who I am. That's part of my identity. But the reality is, you created the excess fat on your body. That's a circumstance. It's not who you are, and it does not define your identity. It's a result of all the thoughts that you've been thinking in the past, all the beliefs that you have going on in the back of your mind, all the self-chatter, and all the actions that you've actually gone out and taken in the world as a result of those beliefs. So what you need to realize, the point that I'm coming to here, is that your circumstances do not define you. Yes, they were created by you, by the thoughts that you were thinking in the past, the beliefs that you held in the past, and the actions that you took in the past. But that does not need to be part of your identity. If you let it become a part of your identity, then that's what you're going to continue to see out in your world for the rest of your life. You're always going to be that poor person. You're always going to be that fat person. If you adopt your external circumstances and let those define who you are. I have proven it for myself time and time again. I've seen so many others, friends, colleagues, mentors, prove this for themselves too. Absolutely anything is possible for you, but you need to accept responsibility for it. Okay, so you need to accept responsibility for the circumstances that you've created in your life right now. You need to realize, you know what, I'm unhappy with my bank account, or I'm unhappy with my weight, whatever it is, and just accept responsibility that you were the one who created that, but now you are the one who can create new results in the future. Okay, you can create a new reality for yourself. Because you were the one who created your reality right now, you can do the exact same thing in the future. And it starts by changing your thoughts, changing your attitude, changing the way that you see the world. Realizing that you are a powerful creator. You are actively creating your environment, you're creating your external reality. But here's the catch, all right? You don't always get what you want. A lot of people will say, hey Nico, I really just want to have a successful business. Or people who buy my programs, they're all excited at the very beginning, and then I talk to them 2 months later, and I'm like, oh, how's it going? How are you doing with the program? And they're like, oh, well, I haven't opened it I haven't really started yet. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, really? You're telling me that you actually want this outcome? You want to have a better life? You want to have a bigger bank account? You want to have more money in the bank? And you're sitting there not doing anything, not taking any action at all? You're absolutely lying to yourself. You're lying to me. You're lying to yourself. So the point that I'm coming to here is you do not get what you want. You get what you demand. Whether it's losing 50 pounds that you've been struggling with for years, okay? You get exactly what you demand of the universe. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you're unhappy with what you see around you right now, that's exactly what you've been demanding of the universe. Whether or not you're willing to believe it and whether or not you're willing to accept it, that is the truth. This even applies to charging higher prices in your business so that you can make more money, demanding a higher price. All right, if you're telling yourself, I wish that I could be charging like X amount of dollars, but you're letting that self-chatter say, you know what, I'm not worth it. Like I can't actually deliver that much value. That would be too scary. That would be too unsafe. And it would never work. Nobody would ever pay me that much. Then guess what? You're not going to get it. You need to actually demand the higher price that you desire. And if you don't demand, you don't get. Like this universe is so unbelievably, incredibly powerful to give you exactly what you want and what you demand. But you got to do your part too. So I'm just going to fall in your lap. You need to set a clear intention and you need to move towards it with full force. So just know it starts today. All right? It starts today. If there's something in your life that you're unhappy about, you need to change your circumstances, which starts with changing your thinking, accepting responsibility for your current circumstances, and realizing that if you just start thinking a different way and start taking different actions, that can happen right now. That's the key to creating the things that you want and the things that you demand in your life. There's a very powerful poem. It's very, very short that one of my friends, Mike, shared with me a couple years ago. And it's incredibly powerful on this subject, okay? So I'm gonna put that very short poem somewhere around here so that you can read it, absorb it. I want you to check it out so that it'll help further cement you and give you a new perspective on how life really works. So now that you've seen this video, now that you've consumed this content, and now that you've absorbed the message that I'm trying to put across to you here today, what are you gonna do about it, okay? So comment below, take action right now. Tell me what you're gonna do differently. Whether it's health and fitness, whether it's finances and money in your business, whether it's your marriage or relationship, kids, whatever it is, you need to understand that it starts right now. Okay, so comment below, tell me what you're gonna do about this, how you're gonna change things. Or if you have a question about how this applies to you specifically or your situation, comment below and we'll do our best to help you out with that. All right, thanks so much guys. This has been Nico Moreno. Again, if you took value from this video, go ahead and give this video a like. Seriously, every single one means a ton to me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And also be sure to click the subscribe button down below to get more awesome free content from me. All right, thanks so much guys. I hope you have an incredible day and I'll see you next time.